As we reported yesterday, the City of Amarillo's ordinance for businesses requiring customers to wear face masks is no longer in effect as of today. But not much has changed. Masks are still required. KAMR Local 4's Kaylee Green hears from the Amarillo City Manager and Public Health Authority on why continuing to wear a mask could mean there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott's Executive Order GA-29 still requires people in Amarillo and across the state to wear face coverings.
Because we are no longer an area of high hospitalization and because the city's ordinance is no longer in effect is not a reason to stop wearing the face covering.
Amarillo City Manager Jared Miller says the expired city mask ordinance is written based on Texas Health and Safety Code, and businesses still have to follow its requirements for COVID-19.
Texas state statute, the governor's executive order, all requires, and common sense says, and caring for the rest of our community and caring for our hospital capacity. All those things say we need to keep wearing our face coverings.
Dr. Scott Milton, an infectious disease specialist at Texas Tech Physicians and the Public Health Authority, says we're likely seeing a lower hospitalization rate because the public started to wear masks more.
The transmission is much enhanced indoors. And for those kind of businesses that conduct the majority of their business indoors, that I think it's imperative to continue to try to mitigate the spread of COVID with the wearing of masks, which is the most important thing.
Dr. Milton says we should be encouraged with our area's progress, especially as vaccinations continue.
I think that there's light at the end of the tunnel here. Unfortunately, it's going to go on for several more months, but I think towards the latter part of this year, it's going to be a lot better.
Dr. Milton says it's important to remain cautious since many resources from the RAC will soon leave our hospitals, including staff and ventilators. And fewer staffed hospital beds could mean an increase in the hospitalization rate if we see a sudden surge in cases.
Today, our hospitalization rate remains low at 10.46%, that according to Texas DSHS. There were 41 new cases in Potter and Randall counties combined, which is a large decrease from recent weeks. But Dr. Milton says we still have plenty of documented community spread of COVID. Live in studio, Kaylee Green, KMR Local 4 News. Jackie.
Kaylee, thank you. Moving forward, Miller says the City of Amarillo's mask ordinance would immediately be triggered if our area's hospitalization rate increased to and then remained above 15% for 7 consecutive days.